XRP is the crypto for the truly retarded. I didn't say it, but a BTC Maxi did. And the reason they're saying it is because XRP and the alts are a threat to Bitcoin. Wait till you see what I gotta show you. Michael Saylor's got a new strategy, like what I did there. Altcoins are on fire. We'll talk XRP price action along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
I'm going with the purple background today. Granddaddy Perp? No, because Jerome Powell wore a purple tie. And I want to be just like him. My hero, JP. Oh, what's up, everyone, and happy Friday to you all. Now, we've got some red up on the screen. I get it. BTC Maxis are calling XRP crypto for the truly retarded. I'm going to share that story. But the reason they're saying it is because of what? They feel threatened. Remember, you only catch flack when you're over the target. Let's get to your comments. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. FOMHLMAO, love it, says, I'm a 62-year-old farm lady and I just unloaded 500 pounds of feed and the temp was 101 in Tejas. Holy crap, I don't think I can do this too many more times. You got to take care of the animals, though. I totally get it. I'm the same way. I live down in the south and it's been hotter than AF out here. Reverend Funky's going to rub it in a little bit, though. He says, cool day with rain here. First break in 100-degree heat in 2 weeks straight, but the humidity had been in the 80s the whole time. Wet AF and not in a good way. Yeah, Nuevo phone. Let's see if my wife answers my Snapchats from this phone, if you know what I mean. Well done, Reverend Funky. Love the raw humor. Thomas Barksdale says, be careful. I've had Klaus messaged me 4 different times with the WhatsApp link and the phone number. Yeah, I don't do WhatsApp. I don't try to get people to call me. I just do my crypto thing on here. So be very careful. Why? Because a lot of people are trying to what? Impersonate the guy behind the cam. How y'all doing this Friday? Bitcoin sitting at 150,413. It's red like hemorrhoids up on the screen. ETH is at 3610 while XP is at 303. A lot of the key cryptos that we cover in the show are at some very, very critical points here, but they're all holding fairly well. Michael Saylor says, owning up to 7% of BTC isn't too much since the future is orange. This dude is so fucking cringe, and his only thing is buy BTC. That's it. That is his only fucking strategy right now. By the way, Sox beat the Phillies. Just throwing it out there. What happened? Speaking on CNBC Squawk Box on Friday, that's today, Saylor emphasized that Bitcoin is digital capital and highlighted that Strategy's business model revolves around acquiring BTC and issue structure. No, Strategy's model is to use other people's money to buy BTC, to leverage future debt and stocks in order to make it happen. Yeah, he's got a bank account funded by everyone else. He dismissed concerns about the size of Strategy's position, that owning even up to 7% of the total Bitcoin supply is not expensive, especially for a public company leading the way. Strategy now holds, listen to this, 628,000 BTC, or roughly 3% of BTC's total fixed supply. Whoa. So, Strategy's going to keep banging that drum, right? Trying to get people to buy BTC. Why? Well, because then he's in the green. Because then other people's money will be buying and making his account holdings look better. Got a market warning from Galaxy Digital. If you're like, Klaus, why does Galaxy Digital sound so familiar? Because when a lot of these companies do like their bankruptcy liquidations, they hire Galaxy Digital. In fact, I think FTX did, if I remember correctly. Galaxy Digital warns treasury-heavy crypto market is structurally fragile. But wait a minute. We just saw and heard that Michael Saylor says you gotta buy all the BTC in the world, but now Galaxy Digital is like, yo, girlfriend, it's dangerous. In a research paper from July 31st, Galaxy Digital, well-known crypto finance service company, voiced worries about the rise of digital asset treasury companies. These companies have over $100 billion in digital assets and use equity to buy cryptos like BTC, eSol, and others. DATCOs, that's the acronym for it, follows a dangerous but straightforward plan. Acquire more equity, purchase crypto, repeat the process. According to Galaxy Digital, this one-way trade depends on 3 things. Investor sentiment, true. The values of cryptocurrency, true. And the liquidity of the capital market, true. If any of these things go wrong, it might bring down the whole building like a domino effect. 110% agree. Why? Because think about all the companies that are going into BTC that aren't diversifying. I mean, think about it. any person with common sense would want to diversify stuff, right? Do you have all your cash in the bank? No, you probably got some under the mattress, some in a piggy bank, maybe some in a different bank account, maybe you got some in the safe. My point is you spread the risk around. And what he's saying, or what they're saying, is that, look, if these companies don't start spreading the risk out, you've got a whole house of cards built upon what? BTC. So if BTC pulls back big time and these companies don't have the cash to pay their bills, what do they have to do? They have to then sell their BTC to fund their operation. Yeah, that's scary. And essentially what they're saying is, look, you got a lot of players out there that are going balls deep into BTC, and that's it. And they're not diversified. That is risky AF. Now, let's talk about how XRP is crypto for the truly retarded. Again, I didn't say it. I'm reporting you someone that said it, but I'm going to share with you why they said it. And the reason why is because they're threatened. Well, do you rip on people that are no threat to you? Hell no. I get a lot of flack in the comments. Why? Well, because when I'm over the target, people give you flack. Because I'm seen as a threat. Because I'm seen as like good competition. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Just be real with me. Who the hell is picking on the White Sox right now? Or the Rockies? Like, no one. Right? They're picking their own and digging their own graves. But people go after the Dodgers all the time. They go after the Yankees all over the time. Why? King of the Hill phenomenon, my guys and gals. Fiat Hawk dash Bitcoin is hope, aka if your own fucking Twitter thing has something to do with crypto name like Bitcoin is hope, you are a sad sack of shit that needs to get laid with more than your left hand. I'm right-handed, but left-handed is just more fun. But my point here is, well, here, let me just read it to you and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Good morning. My brother is looking to do something in crypto as he doesn't have a lot of money, but this is what he sent me and I wanted to get your thoughts. Okay? I would like to buy 2 or 3 different types. If I buy $300 of XRP now at $315 and it goes to $10,000 each, where experts say it needs to be to operate, that's $1 million in retirement for me. It seems like a wise gamble. $300 isn't a lot to lose, but if it goes to 10K, I can sell a third and hold the rest. What do you think? And basically he's saying you're retarded. Now, what again I'm going to highlight is, what did Galaxy Digital say? That these players aren't diversified, and when you're not diversified, you're high risk. Saylor, not diversified. This card, not diversified. Diversify your name. Come on now. If your Twitter profile is all about crypto, like, you need to start touching some grass and some ass. Still, no Snapchat from the wife. That kind of sucks. All right, let's talk about why this person is throwing shade at XRP. XRP overtakes Ethereum in Coinbase revenue amid trading shift. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. XRP is now starting to garner more market attention. It's chipping away at ETH, and who's above ETH? BTC. Now you see why they're scared. Coinbase's Q2 2025 earnings report showed that XRP had made more money from trading than ETH, which was a big change. Crypto Slate says that XRP made up 13% of Coinbase's Q2 earnings, while ETH made up 12%. Whoa. So you see exactly what I'm talking about here. More players are starting to get into XRP. You're starting to see more related XRP products going on. You're starting to see a lot more what? XRP and altcoin threat. Hold on. Let me take this a step further. And I'm just telling you right now, if my wife snaps me back while I'm doing this video, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to snap her back right away to be like, yo, when you coming home? All right, listen to this. Altcoins are draining BTC's liquidity. Correlation signals a warning. Oh, okay. So essentially what's happening is the alts are starting to pull and chip away liquidity, right? When we look at the total market out there, almost 19 million cryptos. And what I have up on the screen is what? The BTC dominance chart. Back in the day, like the early days, BTC was dominant, 92%, 89%. And then you saw a big fall off of BTC dominance. Well, then the alts started taking off. Either way, what are you noticing? You're noticing that the alts are starting to gain more attention. What have I been reporting recently to you about? XRP Treasury, Solana Treasury, other players. 2 years ago, there was no XRP or Solana or HBAR Treasury being mentioned. No, there wasn't. It was just BTC. Now you're starting to hear about the alts getting that. You know what else is starting to freak out the BTC Maxis? The fact that in the White House crypto report, there was no mention of a BTC strategic reserve. Yeah, That's a big, big problem. Well, I mean, not for us, but for the BTC Maxis, because they were hoping that Trump and his buddies out there in the White House would want to start buying some BTC for their strategic reserves. Oh yeah, this is linked in the description below too. So, you got players out there feeling the threat. And again, like I said in the beginning, who is ripping on the Rockies? Only people with very sad lives. But everyone always goes after the Dodgers. Everyone's always going after the Yankees. Why? You go after the people that are threats to you to try to knock them down. That's why as much as Fiat Hawk, Bitcoin is hope. God, is that fucking cringe. I could say this and read this article like 10 more times, and every time I read it, I'd be like, yo, homeboy needs to get fucking laid. This is cringe. Either way, the reason this person is throwing shade is because XRP is starting to chip away in terms of making money for exchanges. And what do exchanges care the most about? Making money. And altcoins are chipping away at the liquidity of BTC. You're starting to see more and more altcoins created, memed launchpads and so forth. And what are you seeing? Well, you're seeing this. This is the price of XRP up on the screen. What I'm going to do right here, just for shits and grins, because I'm bored today, I'm going to compare it to BTC. BTC in orange, XRP's in blue. Who would you rather have over this last year? Exactly. XRP is blowing the doors off of BTC. Even with the pumps and dumps, XRP is still kicking the ever-living shit out of BTC. So Maxis are threatened. Volume right now for XRP is sitting at $9.18 billion in the last 24 hours. The candlesticks are looking better and better for what? Well, for that $3 floor. Check it out. We broke that $3 mark here. Now look, now we're above it, trying to print and make everyone see that 3 is the new floor. This is awesome. This is really, really good for us. Now, I get it. We would like price action to be a little bit higher in the 350 plus, but you're not always going to print green candlesticks, are you? In fact, if I go to the monthly, check it out, right? Had some 3 green ones, then you had 2 red ones. And we're like, oh no, the world's coming to an end. Then we had a green one, red one, now 2 big green ones. That's exactly what you want to see. So, you can call XRP crypto for the truly retarded all you want. But, since XRP is beating BTC, what does that make then BTC holders? Mega retarded? And for those of you still watching the video, you're absolute legends. And speaking of legends, this weekend we're supposed to get a break in the temps. Yeah, I might be able to actually open the windows in my house for the first time in like several months. It's been hot as balls out. Balls, balls, balls. Happy Friday. The theme of today was pretty simple, right? If all these players are going just balls deep into BTC and nothing else, they are creating a big risk bubble. Remember, Saylor went belly up in the .com era, so you got a lot of players out there looking at BTC Messiah going, oh, Lord, please. The dude went belly up already. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, they're just freaking out. Why? Because these BTC Maxis are exactly that, Maxis. And it doesn't matter if you're a Maxi for BTC, a Maxi for remote controls, a Maxi for caulk, a Maxi for GoPro cameras. I know, I've got a lot of weird shit on my desk, all right? I'm cleaning up my room. The point is Maxiism is bad and it's dangerous. Galaxy Digital highlighted that in their report, and I gotta be honest with you, Galaxy Digital knows what the F they're doing. What's scary, though, is you're seeing players repeat this BTC-only strategy, and they're not diversifying. A lot of players out there in crypto, honestly, my opinion, should diversify outside of crypto too. Don't just buy BTC and add it to your strategic reserve. Maybe buy some gold. Maybe buy some real estate. Maybe buy some Trek bikes. I don't know. You get my point. Diversify the shit so the risk isn't as bad. Speaking of risk, wife hasn't snapped me back yet. What an F word. I'm sorry. She doesn't watch the video, so I'm cool. Yeah, I just think it's interesting, right? You're seeing the haters throw hate, and the reality is Maxism is dangerous. Financially and mentally and emotionally and, theologically too. XRP is doing good price-wise. I'm just looking at the mess on my desk after now I showed you some. It's an absolute mess. I'm cleaning my room up like that side. You can't see like the old bags. I'm cleaning it up and so it's off. Hold on. Like this is just like literally stuffed right here because I told you I'm cleaning. Either way, XRP is doing good, holding its floor. We survived the Jerome Powell test. He did pee in our Cheerios. We ate those Cheerios and we're like, I still like Cheerios, but not so much with P. So sooner or later, we're going to get rid of the P, which is him lowering rates. When that happens, what? The markets will start pricing that action in. Purple background, so I could be like my buddy JP? I know. Maybe I should change that up. There. Now it's blue. Like the cool kids at school. Either way, crypto's looking healthy despite all the negativity. I'm going to keep bringing you the news because that's my job. Screw hopium, screw the haters, and if my wife gets back to me on Snapchat, it's going to be screw... Choo-choo, bitches.